I don't think it's
Pep Talk UK, Pro Bs. I'm delighted to be joined by the WBA Intercontinental Champion. Hey, it's got a nice ring to it, right?
It has.
Yeah,
you know, it's nice.
You've been putting that work in for quite a minute. Now the straps are coming. The high-profile victories are coming. It's all good.
It's all good in the hood, you know. Best part of my career, best place in my career I've been so far right now. You know, beating unbeaten fighters, beating domestic big prospects. I'm moving up the rankings. Got a strap. Mandatory positions now, you know, so I'm in a nice position right now.
Yeah. It's all about we working.
We working.
I remember you started that hashtag, we working.
We working. Because, you know, I've been really working, you know, I've been putting hours in the gym, grafting hard, dedicating myself to the cause, you know, giving everything to it. But, you know, you don't really get all your just dues. You don't work like that on site, you know. You reap what you sow eventually, you know. And I've been the quiet player in the division, the dark horse. You know, I think like in boxing around the gyms, people probably knew how good I was or talented, but I think like the public is starting to get to see me more and get to see what I'm about. But obviously, over time, you'll see my full potential. Still, it ain't all been revealed, but we're in a nice place right now. We're in the platforms to start showing what I'm about.
Because you're looking so much stronger now at light heavy than super middle.
Yeah.
What have you noticed the difference is?
Oh, massive. I knew that I lost my punch power at super middleweight. I felt flat, because people don't understand naturally, before I got back into boxing properly, I was probably about 15 stone. So when I've come down to super middleweight and lost about 3 stone, it was too far for my natural body weight. So I thought, well, if I can make light heavyweight, I could make 77, 78, I could perform at 78, and I thought it's only a kilo and a bit less, and then I can rehydrate, but that weren't the case. Just that extra little bit was killing me and was flat. And then I noticed every time that I didn't have to make the super middleweight limit, I was getting stoppages. Like, even if you look at my super middleweight fights, all the catchweight ones, I was knocking them out within 3 rounds. And I thought to myself, look, there's something going on here. Then obviously I stepped up one more time. Obviously not fully into light heavyweight, another catchweight fight. I boxed, I knocked the guy out again in the 3rd round. And then obviously shortly after that I got offered that fight on 5 days notice. Done the 12. Buglioni
in Cardiff.
In Cardiff, 5 days, not a training camp. Went to the gym 2 days and had to go to Cardiff for all the media and press stuff. And still, you can see, just being naturally who I am, without even a camp, I could do 12 rounds. So from then, I decided to grow into the weight properly. And as you saw, I had 5 fights back since then and grew into the weight properly, knocked 4 of them out within 3 rounds. And the last one, obviously, we had a good survivor. He held on and he made it through to the 12.
Showtime.
Yeah, he made it through, and obviously I dropped him a couple of times in the fight, so you could see the power was still there, but obviously I never boxed and done what I was meant to do. I think I was just a bit eager and I just knew it would come, so I was kind of just reliant on getting a stoppage. Didn't stick to the fundamentals as well as I could, and obviously the holding, that wasn't obviously ideal, but you know, I adapted to it, got back to my boxing and made it easy night's work towards the end of the fight. So, but you can see the difference in the performances at light heavyweight. I'm a big major player in light heavyweight, more than I was in super middleweight.
So you've been at light heavy now, that means you can have a bit of rice and peas dumplings, you know, and still be on weight.
Hey boys, don't leave me for food, because I'm on weight. Yeah, so as you see, we're going to go for some food now, and yeah, it's all good.
But you know what, we were talking at the O2, White versus Reverse, about friends having to fight each other, best friends become strangers. Nas said it on one of the albums.
Yeah.
What's going to happen? Obviously, you've done rounds with Buatsi. He's the British champion. Yeah. It's crunch time now. No friendships.
Well, obviously, if we have to share a ring, we both understand it's just business, and that's part and parcel. But obviously, there's nothing set for me and Boxset to actually fight, or nothing in terms of that. Obviously, I'm mandatory for the British title. He currently holds it, but he's also got options. He's still got voluntary defence of it because he hasn't had his voluntary. He's also could get offered and move on to bigger things than the British. He's won it now. He's an Olympian. He's probably feels like he's past that level anyway, so he could push on. So we're not focused on anyone in the domestic division or any guys like that. I'm just focusing on me right now. Obviously I've got the WBA Continental title. I've still got my voluntary to make of that, and obviously I'm then mandatory for the British after that.
Yeah. In terms of Buatsi, I know you've shared obviously a ring with him. I mean, is there anything you could pick up from that, all those sparring sessions with him in terms of when that fight actually does happen?
No, of course not. You can't take.
Big up Craig Richard. Jeez. Spider.
Hey,
We working.
So nah, of course not. We're just sparring just for practice. We've sparred before, but none of us will take really nothing from that. We're just in there practicing certain things, you know, like it's what people don't understand about sparring. You can't take nothing from it. You don't know if my coach or your coach or whatever might say to be working on something specific or particular at that day. So nah, we don't pick nothing up from things like that. It's just training.
Okay. Just a quick mention of the Boxset Film Festival. It's the launch. I mean, you've been invited down. I mean, what do you reckon of the whole idea?
I think it's really good. It's a really good idea, really good thing today. It was a good event. We liked it. It's a good turnout today. Cheers.
Big man.
I'd like to thank the man himself, Craig Richard.
Come on, Spider.
Hey, come on.
We working.
We working.
Okay. Thank you.